Roblox has billions of active players, but over the years, a handful of them have left behind some genuinely dark mysteries. People who went offline and never came back, or players who allegedly lost their lives mid-game. You might remember the name Tiffany 123 Magenta 9. A video about her passing went viral on TikTok, pulling in over 10 million views and sparking endless rumors. Reopening this case here in 2026, I wanted to move past all the internet noise and find out the truth. I ended up digging up some forgotten clips that make sense of what went down, though a few of them are really hard to watch. At first, everything seems completely normal. Just a small YouTuber recording a standard murder mystery 2 video until they run into Tiffany. That's when the clip takes a dark turn. Tiffany had her voice chat enabled, and some really disturbing audio starts coming through her mic. You can hear her crying hysterically, with sounds in the background that make it seem like she's being repeatedly hurt. It's genuinely uncomfortable to listen to. Right after those sharp whipping sounds, she suddenly disconnects from the game. On its own, the clip leaves you with way more questions than answers. But if you look at the video description, there's a subtle detail buried in the text, the phrase "Sadkid girl." To understand why that matters, you have to look back at another famous Roblox story involving a player named Sadkid 246. Years ago, clips circulated showing him getting hit by his mom after using her credit card for Robux. Because of that tag in the description, people immediately started connecting the dots, assuming Tiffany was going through the exact same situation, or that her account was somehow tied to the Sadkid channel. People in the comments section quickly started pushing a theory. What if Tiffany and Sadkid 246 were actually brother and sister? The story went that their mom caught Tiffany doing the exact same thing, spending money on Robux without asking, and gave her the same harsh punishment. It sounded plausible enough to spread, but to figure out if there's any real truth to it, we have to put both videos side by side. When you actually listen closely, the two recordings aren't identical. Sadkid's audio sounds like someone being hit, but Tiffany's has that distinct whipping sound. The real difference, though, is where it happened. Sadkid was playing Neighbors, a game basically built for voice chat pranks and fake roleplay. That's why almost everyone agreed his video was fake. Tiffany's clip didn't happen in a game like that. And once you start breaking down what was actually going on, it's a lot harder to brush it off as a joke. If this was just a staged prank for attention, she probably would have stayed in the server to see how people reacted. Leaving immediately makes no sense unless something actually happened, like whoever was in the room noticed her mic was on and closed the game, or Roblox automatically banned her account for the audio. That sudden exit is why it's so hard to just call this fake and move on. I tried looking up her actual account to see if she ever logged back in, but after the video went viral, thousands of troll accounts copied her username. The original profile is basically impossible to find now. After sifting through hundreds of TikTok comments, I finally came across a clue that gave some actual context. A few people mentioned that the word Maganda in her username means pretty or beautiful in Tagalog. That was the first real lead, suggesting the player behind the account was likely from the Philippines. So I started searching for that same handle across social media, trying to see if she had any other profiles. That's when I found a TikTok page under the exact same name, Tiffany 123 Magenta 9. At first, it just seemed like her personal page. But things take a really uncomfortable turn once you look at the only 3 videos posted on it. The oldest clip was posted back in 2020, about 6 years ago now. Visually, there isn't much to see. It's mostly just a red glow, almost like someone had their hand pressed tight over the phone camera. But the audio is what makes it unsettling. It sounds completely distorted, almost like it was recorded in reverse. It makes you wonder if whoever posted it was trying to hide a message or send out a subtle cry for help. The only way to find out was to flip the audio backwards and see what was actually on it. It honestly just sounds like distorted background noise, maybe a loud air conditioner or something similar running in the room. The real weirdness comes with the second video, posted in October 2025. It shows an orange character dancing while that original audio of Tiffany plays in the background. What makes it creepier is that if you search the main Tiffany 123 account on Roblox, the avatar is dressed in that exact same orange outfit. At first glance, that feels like proof it's actually her. But there's a catch. The video is cropped weirdly right around the middle. If you look at the floor, it looks identical to the map and catalog avatar creator. That's a game where literally anyone can type in a username and immediately load up their avatar. So instead of proving it's really her, this was likely just someone using her look to farm attention. Since the clues were pointing toward the Philippines, I decided to look outside the usual English side of YouTube. Language barriers mean a lot of regional coverage gets completely buried, so I wanted to see if creators over in Southeast Asia had covered this story with a different perspective. That's when I stumbled across a massive video from a creator named El Prana from Thailand. I wasn't expecting much at first, but the intro instantly caught me off guard. They claim to have actually tracked down the real, original Tiffany profile on Roblox.
Itu kenapa? Kenapa ya? Kok dia nangis-nangis gitu sih? Serem banget. Kamu kenapa? Hey, Tiffany, kamu kenapa nangis? Mama sakit, tolong. Aduh, Tiffany. Aduh, kasihan banget.
At first glance it looks real, but when you actually look at the clip, the whole thing feels dull. First off, there's no whipping sound, yet her character is sitting in the exact same spot as the original video. Even worse, this wasn't even a public server, it was a private one, which basically proves they set the whole thing up themselves. On top of that, MM2 used to show nicknames over player heads back then instead of real usernames. The only way to see who someone actually was to open the player list. But they closed that tab purposely so you can't check her real user. When you translate what they're saying in the video, the creators claim she told them her mom hit her for playing Roblox instead of studying. But right after saying all that, they just start playing random escape games with her. Like, make it make sense. So they basically just made a fake account and used a disturbing story to farm views, the exact same thing people did with the Sadkid audio. So at this point, almost every lead had turned into a complete dead end. The handle suggested she was from the Philippines, but every account using her name turned out to be someone chasing clout. Hoping to find local discussions that hadn't reached the English side of the internet, I spent time scrolling through Filipino TikTok threads and running comments through translation. That's where I ran into one reply that stopped me for a second. Written in Tagalog, a user claimed they were actually Tiffany's neighbor. They said her mother hit her over the head with a belt during that incident, and that she passed away from the injury. Hearing a detail like that feels heavy, but you have to look at the source. TikTok comments sections on viral mysteries are notorious for this. People love making up fake personal connections just to feel included or get a few thousand likes. I checked the profile behind the comment, and it was a ghost account. No profile picture, no videos, no followers. It's almost certainly fake. That's the most frustrating part about looking into this stuff years later. The internet layers rumor on top of rumor that she's Sadkid's sister, that she died, that her account is haunted, until the actual truth gets completely buried under noise. When you strip away all the fake accounts and comment section stories, you're left right back at square one, a short, unsettling recording of a girl who vanished from the game the second things went silent. When you look at how the video was actually made, the whole mystery falls apart pretty fast. The biggest giveaway is the audio. Her mic sounds terrible and muffled, but that whipping noise is super clear and crisp. It took one search on YouTube to find the exact stock sound effect they used. Someone literally just played a free audio clip over fake crying, so why make something like this up? And the reason is, just for clout. The Sadkid video got millions of hits, and whoever made this realized that making people uncomfortable was the easiest way to go viral. Tiffany was never real, it was just someone copying what worked to get easy views. It's crazy how many people fell for it. For years, comment sections were full of people feeling bad, making up theories, and arguing over something that was literally built on a free sound effect. People on TikTok and YouTube will fake anything if it gets them attention, so you really shouldn't believe these stories at face value.